Just in time for pre-daily pack. 9 minutes. Oh my God, come on. Rantanen. Play a cup chase game first. Ronwald. Where are you going?
President strikes Finland has the lead. You remember when Dylan Armstrong told Team Canada, he said he let those guys with reach. Borrego and Standby. Finns have one, too. I thought the car wash had a good first period. That's what Doug Armstrong said. These guys with reach are like a car wash. 77 is a long stick there. Here's another example with that long reach there. Obviously, he needs a defensive stalwart with that long reach and the body there. One other thing I was watching is Sam Bennett now playing a game
Oh, what a goal.
Like that. But Call it improved your chance to run a goal like he gets back on and Canada that lost to the Canada. I don't think it's going to happen. So keep an eye on that. Back in '96 in the World Cup, the feeling was that Mark Messier would not hit Brian Lee. He'd been through too many wars because it's another brewing controversy. The IOC did not see this. CBC hasn't seen it. Our bosses, our producers, the technical director. We have a desk, a beautiful desk at Santa and Julia for 4 experts, 4 broadcasters. And you go to the replay, we'll just count them up here, but I do believe 5 many penalties on the desk. James, you can decide who served the penalty. Over to your Santa Julia. Are you okay to laugh here at this nervous time? Yeah. Ellie's story will have to be among them. I think that was based on the It happens here, it happens back there, it happens everywhere. Well, look, the penalty is wrong. One thing I did want to mention, it's kind of funny the penalty we saw in the first period. Everybody remembers too many Hancock there with that one. But also, Czechia said they were mad about contact between the King and Domhnall late in the first period. So I do wonder if that complaint had everybody hyped about touching the goaltenders too. It's still that penalty in that late power play goal that was steady and unspectacular period. And I thought it was better than their first period against the Czechs. But again, most of the chances coming from McDavid line. I love that first line, and it was interesting. They got the second shift of the hockey game. I think John Cooper's done a masterful job of all of his line combinations and how he's played everything. But just watch him set the John Cooper coming out of the great start to the game. Saying that Quick is the best in the world. I beg to differ. Don't forget this guy. Never on the rules the game. When playing like this early, then has it been the best shot. Now we're going to talk about the back. Not trying to get it to the button. So we're going to have to pull the button. Trying to keep it long the button and then drop up the middle again. Like he's playing the best song. Guy taking the beat. The one coach got and then throw the right here to take the top of the and then that's it. What else does Canada have better than second zero? Interesting. I watched and saw that last game in the quarterfinal. One of the things that they certainly do is they will clog up the neutral zone. So for Canada right now is how you're going to get into the zone and give you everything. So whether you have that pace,
Two snapshot goals, one score, or one regular goal. Just one goal, I guess. They finished well. Oh, a new one. Crosby, Malkin, Kulak.
I thought they moved the puck great in that period. Marner made a lot of great plays along
Let
the
me
wall
register.
that allowed them to skate through the middle of the ice. So if I'm Canada, I'm not panicked because you're down one, but you're playing really well. You have to think it's 40 more minutes. Go figure it out. Ron, this doesn't get much attention as a rivalry, but maybe you should get more. They met 4 gold medal games, the last 10 world championships, and 2 overtime ones. We all remember Nick Paul's winner in 2021. The last meeting at the Olympics in 2014 with NHLers here was an overtime win by Canada. Finland last year at the World beat them in a shootout, so it's almost a guarantee a tight one between Canada and Finland on the biggest stage every time. Really underrated team, James. The Finns. Shots were 8-8, 2 for Celebrini, 2 for Sanheim, and 2 for the captain today, Connor McDavid. Or Nicola, reaching out. Olympic hockey, presented by Ozempic. Wondering about Ozempic? Visit Ozempic.ca.
Oh, why won't it let me register?
I believe those who are curious see the world differently. As Vikings, we have always been curious and quite a bit different. For over 25 years, we've been connecting the thinking person with the world. First on the great rivers, then on all 5 oceans, now on all 7 continents. We are one Viking, exploring the world in company. Here we go! I've never seen anything quite like that. Welcome to the Olympics. The world is changing, but with every challenge comes a chance to build better, stronger. We're investing in ourselves, buying Canadian, prospering from our resources and critical minerals. Our plan is to create jobs, build affordable homes twice as fast, break down barriers between provinces, and expand global trade. This is our moment to build a strong economy. Buy Canadian,
90 overall.
a message from the government of Canada. Sometimes life takes you on a journey off-road. Lets you cruise on a paved road. Lets you climb new heights on a dirt road. And enjoy the comfort of a road home. Take on all the roads of life with Jeep's legendary 4x4 capability. Because the Wrangler is for every road. Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2025 Jeep Wrangler. But make no payments for 90 days. The Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina 2026 are brought to you by Tim Hortons Team Canada Hockey Card. Grab a pack today. Time for an Olympic update brought to you by Wagobi. We're talking about Rachel Homan. She had a huge game against Sweden in that semifinal. The winner goes to the gold medal match scheduled for Sunday. Let's check out how that match went down. We're going to start in the second, and looks like it's going to be a steal for the Swedes. But check out this shot by Homan, a terrific one. Canada somehow gets 1 point. Nice work. But in the sixth, 2-2 game, Anna Hasselborg comes up with a takeout. That's 2 for Sweden. Then in the seventh, Homan goes for the promotional takeout. Misses. You see it? He didn't get 1.
Oh God. Overall is McDavid anyway.
Rachel, to your credit, you said you were going to fight all week long and you fought right to the final stone there. What was the difference in that game?
Yeah, just didn't quite. We're just a little bit on the wrong side of the inch. They played a phenomenal game, and we never gave up. We stepped each other to the end, and we're not done here yet.
You got a lot of tough shots that you had to make in that game. Is it justify the pressure? You said that they obviously brought their best stuff.
Torre is gonna come out. Gonna get McDavid.
Talk about the friendship of this team, as you said, Ron settled the battle for. How nice is to have those friends behind your back, having your back, and a chance to still play for them.
You're not going to win every game. We're going to come back and fight hard.
Good luck.
From experience, it's so hard to give those interviews after you were disappointed. Hats off to Rachel, still playing that bronze medal game against the United States. Well, Olympic update presented by Wagobi. Ask your doctor for Wagobi by name. Visit wagobi.com. The Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina 2026 are brought to you by McCain. Together, it's golden.
Why would they put a tradable? $86.
Together, it's golden. McCain. Maybe it's time you had a break where you actually switched off and connected with someone new. Where even your thoughts take the scenic route. And you take directions from people, not satellites. Where you lose the itinerary and find yourself. And magic is made when you have no option but to unwind and feed your soul. To feel every moment. Sometimes you rise.
Ugh. 22. I don't understand this. Why is it not letting me?
Hey, what's going on there? I'm Ryan. I'm Seamus. We're from Massachusetts. We're very, very proud and thankful to have Team Canada feeling good on our song against their goal song. It's been extra special every single time.
Qualified.
They've been doing that a lot. So that's great.
Register.
Yeah, got my lucky Joko bucket here for good luck. We're wishing Team Canada both on and off the rink good luck overall. And bring home the goal, guys. Absolutely. And now over to Campbell for science. Thank you to two of Saskatoon's finest, Ryan Gallen and Seamus Curry of the Sheepdogs. Feeling good became Canada's goal song in the Four Nations. They have stuck with it here for the Olympics. We are awaiting the first time it is played in this semifinal tonight, Chris. Thank you. Former member of the Campbell River Tyee, Augustus. Get ready for the second period. Team Canada will start the same line to start the opening period. Marshan, Hagel, Rico, and Harley.
Second period underway.
Canada 50 minutes to play and score a couple goals. Doesn't seem like it's that unlikely. And more John Cooper coaching. Offensive face off.
Can't do. Okay. I want to let me register it. Come on, guys.
Ran into each other. Unfortunately, they both stay on the ice, and it's good work from the first two lines. Draws the penalties to back it off from Tom Wilson. So the power play, 5 goals in front of it. Goes to work for the first time.
God. Oh my God. 2-0 Finland.
and then came back from 2 down against Switzerland in the late stages of the third period 2 days ago, and now Team Canada in a 2-goal hole. Eric Holla, fourth line penalty kill energy guy, does all of that in one. Helping off a loose puck in a really good finish, head up the whole way, nothing but time. Goes to move early, and with that speed, beats it into the far side. Lombardo's got it off a face-off win. Often held by Binnington. You think about moments where Sidney Crosby would be useful on the bench for Canada. Moments of stress, maybe moments of doubt. There haven't been many of those tournaments, but it might be good for them right now. Maybe slide a couple of those guys on would be bad with Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier in the building looking tense. So the first 2-goal deficit of the tournament for Team Canada. Another face-off win. Canada lost the face-off battle against Czechia, and they're behind in this game in that department. Runs across, played down deep, and leaped on by Parayko. Out comes Jarvis. Up ahead, Parayko. Big defenseman on the move, scoops it in behind the net, and Zorro sends it around. Jarvis is there, off the ledge, and Horvat unable to pull that down. Out comes Finland. With Lekanen. Binnington around to shoot that for Harley. Takes the hit for Lekanen. It just felt like a great start to the second period. And the wind has come out of the field, though, after that turned into goal. So Canada ramps it back up. Bounces in. After goes Bennett, trying to get a hit on the check. Along with Wilson. Wilson, Bennett, and Arcade together. Which, nice and tall. You know what that means? I think Canada about to go nuclear. Never a doubt with the offense zone face-off as well. And it's a great option to have. I think you want to use it sparingly, but if you're going to go this route, it feels like a lot, or virtually all of the offensive responsibility will fall. This line is Josh Morrissey, Darcy Kemper still up top. Crosby not in the stand there. Morrissey skating with the group yesterday. Looks like he's close. Down he puts it to the net. That's absorbed by Saros with plenty of traffic in the area. So 6:44 into the second. A huge short-handed goal for Eric Holla and the Biz.
In Canada, we look out for each other. We build, we protect, we get the job done. Canada's public service is the thread that binds, keeping families safe, keeping our borders strong, and supporting our most vulnerable. A strong Canada means a place to thrive. When our economy, our security, and even our sovereignty are on the line, we fight back. For you, Canada.
Before the moment you fly, there are countless moments along the way. Moments that shape, and spark potential. RBC Training Ground creates a path for that potential. That's how talent takes flight. RBC Training Ground has discovered potential in over 20,000 Canadian athletes and counting.
Well, Mike just mentioned no Sidney Crosby in the crowd with the other scratches, but there are his parents, Troy and Trina. Troy said he could be all of it as a hockey parent when Sidney was growing up, nervous and quiet. He could be vocal. Can only imagine how nervous all of the hockey parents in the crowd here are. A game of this magnitude here tonight, maybe even more so when your son doesn't even have a chance to have a say in it, Chris. As Sam Bennett would say that, as a viewer, the last game of our chance watching hockey, that sitting in the stands was the most stressful game he never had to deal with. It's been Brad Marchand on the break doing a lot of talking to Canada's bench, trying to get them going, get them motivated. Maybe with Crosby not available, Marchand was stepping into that void. Now Probably another guy that's been active in that department in the past. In a very subtle quote about being down late in each check, he said, you know, as the clock was winding down, I realized it wasn't ideal. Out comes the car again, celebrating McKinnon, McDavid, Steve jumping up, off the stick of Dave. McDavid last man back, and he comes up with the puck. Now he'll turn forward with the car, wide and get past McKinnon. Errol Heiskanen up the puck in the center. Heiskanen got the tie goal against Switzerland in 1848 of the third period in the quarterfinal. That's the latest tie goal in the Netherlands in the Olympics, the NHL era. And on for Dowdy. To the red line, and Sanheim will send it deep. Stone, Carter, Suzuki come on. Doesn't have to be the big boys. Well, the thing is, they're all big boys. And they ain't going to promote that mentality with it. Every guy on the team is a star player, a leading scorer, a guy who is expected to contribute every single game. So, just because the game is on the team doesn't mean nobody else can do it. See Marner do it, Stone has done it, Suzuki in the last game as well. Here's Marner, back to Parayko with that last hit his skate. Soros having it was hard to track that puck. Going up into the mesh. Mikula in front of the net, and it did go out of play. Puck was a bouncer for Parayko. Catches Duran, then goes down to the ice, and then you think Mikula in front. Soros can't see a thing. Stone's skate actually that moves it over the glass. The shots 4-2 Canada here in the second. But 2 shots away is Bennett, Marchand, and Wilson. A crash line for John Cooper. Trying to get some energy back from the Team Canada unit. Here's Marchand in. And Marchand will curl back. Trying to spin away from his Florida teammate Mikula. Mikula stayed right on it. Whoa. They were rolling down. Down it goes. And it's in by Yuki Haru. Parayko behind the net. Held by Bennett. Now Harley moves center. On the right side, Marchand. Trying to get it through. Bennett was breaking it. Didn't get there quickly. Harley's got it. That was Harley shooting. And Saros with a bobble, but able to hold on. Need a tip there. Harley dragging it. And he's got to decide, am I going to shoot the score or am I going to shoot for a tip? He put that one in the middle of that looking for a deflection. Or the offensive thrust in the zone as this is an all-star team for Canada. Every single one of the guys. And they all expect great things from themselves. Going to bring it out against a very tough defensive opponent. Trying to crack the Finnish code here as David celebrating it. McKinnon check back in. Off the draw, McDavid on it. Behind the net. Knocked off stride, but able to get it back to Theodore. Stand high. McKinnon along the boards. And Brady, and he healed that. And it was a cheat jump on Saros. Brady really working to try to find quiet ice in the offensive zone. It's hard to do. Even McKinnon bouncing out there. Lindell closes quickly and gets a piece of the shot. But it can be difficult to get Finland running around. They're very organized. They might beat a guy, but they don't beat themselves. So this face-off and from the drop, Carolina on it. Carolina with Chicago. And with in the finish line up to the middle round, every NHL team is represented in the Final Four. Theodore right to celebrating. Trying to sprint McKinnon. Here's McKinnon in center. Celebrating will gain the zone. It was Celebrity. Rick wide, and now Reinhardt on the ice. Here's a guy that Canada would like to get going. McDavid, Jarvis, first shot, unable to get through, maybe another. And that's stopped by Jarvis. Jarvis in front, and Grantland picks that off and will flip it away. Brought down by James. Up ahead to Reinhardt. Knocked off his stick by Lindell. Armia battles toward Jarvis. Played it back in, but Horvat was inside the line. Offside. So, past the midway mark of the second period, Sebastian Aho celebrates a short-handed goal. Concerned in the Team Canada gift.
All the awards, all the incredible performances. It's the biggest night in Canadian music. Don't miss the 55th Annual Juno Awards with your host, Mae Martin, live March 29th at 8 on CBC. On the Dragon's Den 2-part special.
I think we officially arrived.
The show's most successful pitchers return to the den.
7 minutes on Dragon's Den changed my life, and I want to do that for someone else.
Dragon's Den, Full Circle, new episode February 26th.
I want you.
The Hyundai Elantra inspires a special type of love. The type that goes the distance. That always stays on your mind. And still takes your breath away after all this time. It's that Hyundai Elantra type of love.
A look at the Canadian bench. Nervous times. Everybody watching coast to coast. John Cooper in stress. It's never going to be easy, especially against a team like Finland. They are always around when it comes to deeper in the medal round. As Mark McMorris, 3-time bronze medalist, this was not the Winter Olympics for him, but still competed in the snowboard slopestyle. He, like everybody else, nervous time for Canadians. Chris? You mentioned everybody watching from coast to coast. Like to say hi to all the schools that get a chance to watch these games during school hours. Reminds me of 72 Team Canada and the Soviet Union. A special shout out to Silver Creek Public School in Old Hill. But we know you're watching coast to coast to coast. Number high off the glass, hold down by Stone. Luke Dr. Luke Arena to work ahead. Some of that youthful energy right now, Mike Johnson. Where's the puck over to speed? The possession draws the penalties. Should be charged in there. Hope to get it to Marner. It'll be kept in at the line by McCarr. Around it comes Suzuki behind the net. Centered, and Piccolo was there to knock that away. Left center where Taves tied up. All of flags over the boards. And goal by Aaron Paula. A big one here early in the second. Suzuki had knocked off his stick. Boy, it's suffocating out there. It's the Finns. They're on the puck in a hurry every time. Neil McGarr is slowly out. Celebrini runs his road. Just missed getting a pass from McDavid. It has to go back to get it. Celebrini with a pair of slot shots in the opening period. Here's McKinnon. He'll work his way in. McKinnon swings wide, and Sarro stops that. He said it. It's just top sledding through the neutral zone into attack with speed. Into McKinnon takes the puck back. He's dancing, but as dangerous he feels, he's by himself, and he's trying to get around 4 or 5 guys. He gets the shot, and a whistle, which is a positive, but not much danger there for UC Saros to make a save. Now you got to win a face-off and play the offense zone a little bit. Off the draw. McDavid along the boards. McKinnon fired off the end boards, charging after Harley. Late pass, give it out to Bill. After we regroup back inside their own line. 7:40 left. Second period. Tackle Celebrini. Slicing through. Big shot. Saros wipes that off. But again, a 3-4 time. Here's McKinnon trying to go in front. And Grantland intercepts they get the puck back, and it's Theodore in. Wrapped around, Celebrini at the shift. And making changes. Wilson got a stick on it. Celebrini couldn't get loose. At the end of the shift, and Doc tired. And Bennett comes off. Takes his own pass off the boards, and Bennett goes to work. A chip with Chase to Bennett. In the corner. Mikola there. Bennett ties him up. Wilson along the board. Gets it back to the line. Dowdy. Gets deep and around to Marchand after it. It'll be Sanheim to the near side. Back to Dowdy. Lastrina there. Wilson took a whack at it, but it's Lundell back for Finland. It's on Lundell, and he got tied up by Sanheim. And we're going to get a penalty. Lundell got Marchand with a high stick. That one they did the call, and Brad Marchand was having his power to force the blood out of his mouth. And I came back to the court. They're not going to call the extra cross check. It's just going to be Lundell for the high stick down in the corner on his Florida teammate, Brad Marchand. Right there, just scraped it right across the chin. And it was the last power play where Canada was thinking they had a chance to tie the game. They gave up a short-handed goal. Chasing the puck this game entirely. And the mask of UC Sal is going to need to do a paint job. Time and again, they've gone upstairs trying to find space on these shorter sorrows and then they flip them in the head. So here they go, out of the power play. Really want to execute this time. First power play and one of the best penalty catchers in the block. That's the same for the second, looking for a different result. And it starts with a face-off win by McKinnon. McCarr to McDavid. Down low it goes, celebrating across. McKinnon had to bobble that, and now puts it back towards McDavid. Armia on the kill. Out there along with Holler, who has the short-handed goal. Back to McCarr. There's Nathan McKinnon. Yeah, McCarr shooting, and that's deflected to the corner. McDavid reloads for McCarr. Back to McDavid. Downhill. In front, and it's a celebrating pass that didn't work, but McCarr able to hold his own. McDavid again. Neil McCarr shooting.
Yes. Let's go. 2-1. Oh, God. That's a terrible one.
Maybe a break off his lead back the other way. Similar to Suzuki. And Canada back within one on the power play. McDavid gets an assist. The secondary assist. McCarr. Power play by Reinhardt, who did not score at 4 Nations, and now has his first goal at the Olympic Games. So that changes the complexion of things as the break trust celebrates.
When you play the lottery with OLG, you sponsor Ontario athletes. Your place supports athletes from your community.
Breaking news, news that is breaking. Valmo has grabbed bronze for Canada in what was a thrilling long track 1,500-meter race. This is her third medal at these games alone. She's on fire. Basically, whatever she's eating, we want some. Hats off to Val. Incredible. Look at her reaction. Yeah, you did that. 5 for balance. Here's Chris and Mike back to hockey.
That's awesome. So maybe the momentum turning here for Team Canada.
I think, Chris, to get back within one before the end of the second just makes it feel so much more doable. Now, Finland's not going to panic, not going to get running around. They're poised, they're organized. They won't change. But for Canada, maybe a surge of energy, a strong push to finish the second period after Cale Makar leans on this one. I'm not sure if he was shooting for a tip. I'm not sure if Reinhardt sort of spotted that puck as it was coming towards him, but regardless, a massive goal for Canada who executes on the power play again.
Well, point of the tournament for McDavid. That is a record in an NHL Olympic era tournament. 4 consecutive multi-point games coming in. Use another multi-point game here today. They are on the board and going to work again. Shots here are 11-2 in favor of Team Canada in the second period. 5 minutes to go as Marner tries to chop it in. That's the line, ripped and forced it out. And now, Sid selecting the ice by Lekanen. Nicely called against the Finn.
Well, McDavid has been supernova great in this tournament. Even by his best in the world standards, it's been impressive. And the points have been a reflection of his excellence. Everything is running through him. And it's a luxury for Canada. They got the best player in the world playing as well as maybe he ever has.
Team Canada scored their opponents 10-2 in the second period of this tournament. Here's Makar looking for a shooting lane and then played it back across the into the corner. Jarvis after the rent and rolls it down. It's going to be icing. No, they wait it. Taves back to Makar. Aho checked in. Trying to set up Carolina. Across it goes. Mario was not wide. They look for a deflection off the stick of Lekanen. Hitting it out the plant, but he'll leave it for Taves. Taves tied up by Carolina. Makar in to help out. Hasn't been much action at this end of the ice. Attention, 2 shots, one on the short-handed breakaway. Alley-oop at center. On to it, Horvat. Not able to get loose. Changed by Team Canada. Roping hits to work. Along with Graham, side to Taves. Shot it high. That deflects over the glass and on play.
And you see the way Finland was playing up until that goal was defend. The chances they're looking for are just a mistake, a turnover, and go the other way. And the first sort of sequence to the offensive zone in the context of the flow of play is looking for the mistake rush chances provided by Canada.
Second period for the Finns, 4 goals, 4, 3 against. In the tournament, 19 goals coming in the first 4 games, but 11 of those came in one game against. Rowdy around, and get it off his stick, deflects to center. 3:33 left here in the second. Up back in for a minute control. Handed off to Sanheim. David McKinnon celebrating back together. Here they come with Doughty. Doughty in deep. Up against Hastings. Bounce back up by the fifth. Borrego drives it in. And Marchand. Knocked down. Wilson's got him. Back door. And that one ricocheted off. Hastings in his front. But Bennett at the back post. Aho's in. Slowed up by Borrego. Bennett puts away. Up to Marchand. Up they come. On the move is Thomas Harley. Harley puts it to the net. But Soros able to keep it away from the front of the goal.
Mike Madden can get a clean pass to the defense activating. with a McKinnon face-off win on this side. I'll be on the power play. Can he get another one?
Against Holla, who wins it for the fifth. They're able to break out a long pass for Holla back in Team Canada territory. But if he runs a run out, away goes McKinnon. Celebrating. In flight is McDavid. Trying to come in. Smoking across. Hard jumped up. But Vince got back.
Not sure if you wanted Yoki Haru and Massa out against this line in this situation with just a minute left in the period.
There's a loose puck knocked off the stick of Vince. Canada trying to break out. McKinnon gets on it. Here's McKinnon. First pass denied. Celebrity gets it in. Fires it around. Saros can't stop it. McDavid. And Saros just got back in the nick of time. Around for Theodore. In behind. Suzuki crashing in. Stone trying to feed the point. Carolina broke that up. And now Yoki Haru, 80 seconds left in the second period. Granlund and center, unable to corral that. Stone and Suzuki bring it back in. Marner let it go. Sandline plays it back for Marner. Here's Mitch Marner cycling it back behind the net. Mana, or hits. The backhand flip away. They're going to call that icing.
Was a friendly,
Yes, well, it's
intentionally poor pivot by Shea Theodore. And how about that look right there? McDavid on the bench, sees the icing, and he gives the over-the-shoulder look to John Cooper like, I'm ready. And of course, he goes right back out there for another offensive zone start in the last minute.
Canada's won 15 of 35 in the game now after that finish face-off victory.
Quick math, that's 70-30 in favor of
Stretch to Celebrity. Almost knocked out, but he's able to get it in deep. 40 seconds to go, but once again, the fence clear. They're going to have enough. The Phoenix, with that
art form,
stand stride.
It's an art form. Slow it down just enough. And probably a smart idea by John Cooper because that first line had just come off the ice, went back out there, had a 20-second burst, now another chance for somebody else in the offensive zone.
He'll do it again. It's
Got in there early.
and a face-off win. Up against Anton Liddell. Off the draw, Suzuki sets the rolling. Picked up by the fifth, up off Taco. Here's Liddell. And that slides to Phoenix, and he decides to vacuum it up in the last second.
A little poke from Dell. A very quiet period, as you mentioned. Not a lot of shots. That'll count as one of them against Jordan Binnington. Of course, we know which one he skates with the breakaway. But much like the shorthanded goal swung things heavily in Finland's favor, that power play goal from Canada, if they get out of this period at 2-1, will tell themselves that we play the third period like the second, outshoot Finland 14-3. It's a good chance we at least tie this game.
And to deal with adversity 2 days ago, and more of it here as they try and grind out a spot in the goal. No game. Looks ahead the alley-oop. Marchand has the puck. Blows the tire inside the line. Brandman doesn't clear. That fired wide. Final second of the period. Then it along the
Second
board.
period winding down.
Hits on Liddell. Brandman hits by Bennett. Leaving a pressure at the end of the second period. The Benz lands 1-0 after one. They lead by one after 2 periods of play. A shocking short-handed goal made it 2-0 off the stick of Eric Holla. But Team Canada does get on the board. Late in the period, the shot 14-3. A power play goal for Sam Reinhart. An assist from McCarr and McDavid. There's a look at the tip that has them celebrating in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia.
the excitement of live table games like blackjack and roulette for the ultimate playcation. Ben Rivers, welcome to your online casino.
Dear Lord, taking risks doesn't scare you. What scares you is not making it. But trust me, you will. Enjoy the journey. On the mountain and down any trail you play.
We're not living it. What are we doing? So, let's go!
Olympic hockey on CBC is presented by Ozempic.
You heard Canada with another medal. Kyle Bukowskis will have an interview. Let's get right to Santa Julia and James Duthie. James.
Ron, thank you. Kevin, Cassie, Cheryl, Elliott alongside. As always, I thought you were going to get a little bit of a break and an easier one after all that stress in the quarterfinal. No chance. Sam Reinhart scored 4 goals in the game that clinched the Stanley Cup for Florida last year, so I won't necessarily call this the biggest goal of his career, but the biggest one in the Team Canada jersey. How did they finally break through?
Well, it shows that he's a big game player. Back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. He's had a quieter tournament. Actually listed as a 13-4 going into this game. But he's been on the first power play unit consistently. Watch him flexing his stick top of the screen right there, right before he lines up on the point just for the face-off. But he's a bumper guy. He's a net front guy. Connor McDavid calls him one of the best in the world. Good on recoveries. But the main thing about bumper guy, go to the net and tip this in. Mike Johnson talked about it. It's a tip from behind. Whether he saw it or not, the stick was in perfect position. Amy McCarty shot for it, and that's a big goal for the Canadians. That's a big goal for Sam Reinhart.
And it's also a very big face-off win. Canada only 43% in the dot right now, and that's important. You saw it on the goal for the Finns, the opening goal of the game. And so on the power play, that the biggest thing is to hold possession, and you get it off the face-off.
Reinhart needed that too. He gave away the puck that led to that shorthanded goal, which was massive for the Finns. Besides that moment, terrific period for Canada, without much room, badly out shooting them, but still down a goal going to the third. So what specifically do they need to do better?
Well, MJ mentioned it during the game, how much when they got up 2-0, that Finland likes to clog the neutral zone. It's a 1-2-2, a 1-4, whatever you want to call it, a trap. But it reminded me of Four Nations. And, let's just take a look at this game first and see how Canada's coming up. There's not much speed. Look at the Finns. It's so patient in the neutral zone. There's absolutely no room there, especially when Canada hits the blue line. So it reminded me of Connor McDavid and a goal that he had against the Americans at the Four Nations, where you have to attack the middle of that box with speed. And if you get the puck, you can either continue to drive like you see Connor McDavid do here with a nice finish behind Hellebuck, or you can punch it out to the wings and hope that they have speed coming through. So they know this play. They've gotten through it before. So what I like that you're saying here, too, if you got the speed of a Nate McKinnon, you've got the speed of a Connor McDavid, so when they do come through the middle, I like the kick. And the reason why I like the kick to the outside, so they've drawn everyone into the middle of the ice. They kick it, but they keep going. So what happens when they keep going? That sags the coverage. Once that leave open, that defenseman coming into that high pocket of ice. So I think that's a big way to break it, but I also think they don't want the chip, right? Finland wants the chip. Yeah. They want you to chip it in. They want you to put it in below the goal line so they can get to their structure and try to keep you on the outside of it.
I would think the Canadians are much more prepared for this than they were Thursday. I think Thursday was a surprise to them. I think they knew the way Finland was going to play. They knew that this was the way Finland was going to be. The thing that Gretzky mentioned in the pregame was, when things are going badly, who will you look to without Crosby? Mike Johnson was talking about Marchand, but one of the players said that on Thursday, the third period, when they were down, John Cooper was saying, relax, it's coming. We'll need to be that calming force again.
And, you'd think the 19-year-old would be one of the shy ones on this team, but Celebrini seems to be one of the only ones shooting regularly.
He's shooting it regularly, and maybe like the one criticism for the Canadians is they're looking for the perfect pass, the back door, instead of having that attack mode mentality and
like he's not a guy that's going to shoot every time. He'll look for a guy if he's open, but he knows when the puck comes to him, eventually somebody has to put it on the net. And he's had a couple ones. That one he kind of whipped a little bit, but he's been close. He shot a couple from bad angles, in high, and you just have to make it become hopefully a little bit more contagious for the Canadians that try to shoot more of these.
Certainly, if the shots on net played over 9 minutes in the second period. I mean, 19-year-olds with those kind of things on the stage.
As little room as they have out there, too, maybe the key is to continue to dominate play and draw some more penalties. But the power play goal by Sam Reinhart has Canada within one. Here's Reinhart now with Kyle.
Sam, after your power play goal, did you sense any kind of relief or just the ability to push a little harder moving forward the rest of the second?
No, I think so. I think 5-on-5, we're carrying a play, trying to create our own net. Make it probably more uncomfortable on him between the pipes there, but we gave one up on the power play and we were able to get one back, so that was a big deal to pick with it.
Seems like Finland's playing their exact type of style in terms of clogging areas up. Where do you look for ways to exploit more offensively?
Yeah, we're trying to get through with as much speed as possible, get them turned. They've always been comfortable clogging up the zone, so that's where they have success. But I think it comes from in zone, creating opportunities around the net and getting bodies.
We did not see Ron Sidney Crosby up in the crowd with the other scratches on this day. He did address the team, remember, at the end of the second period of the check game. I wonder if he's down there, perhaps with words again for Canada heading to the third. Excellent, James. And just back to Kevin's point about the Reinhart goal, net front presence on the power play is automatic. You have a Galaxy at start, all of these shots, Staros saw. And they've got 22 Canada, and Sam Reinhart referred to it in the interview. They're trying to bother him a little bit more. If he can see it, he'll stop it. After the Reinhart goal, they're celebrating again that Kevin showed. Look at this. 3 guys went to the net, and a bunch more occasions where they crowded Staros. 2-1.
Olympic hockey, presented by Ozempic. Wondering about Ozempic? Visit Ozempic.ca for savings.
Instacart, let's choose your banana. You just do your life. Instacart, let's choose your banana. I'm green and extra ripe. You must be able to control your banana. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Quick, Darius.
Greatness doesn't start in the spotlight. It starts on local trails after school, in basements where dreams echo off concrete walls, in Campbell River, Gatineau, Kanawake, places where another rep changes everything. And when the cameras roll and the world leans in, we remember where it all began.
I can't believe we got the show that we wanted. Really good work today. I have a few notes. This is HRT The Cure. I didn't want to be one of those women who just skipped through menopause with no thought. You can see the in yourself. So if you want to talk about it, this isn't the place. Just pay attention to how much this relationship just flourished. Even though I think there's not really the bigger.
Small achievable goals on CBC Gem.
As Canada stares down economic uncertainty, we're ready with a plan to protect Ontario. We're fighting to defend every job, building new nuclear facilities, speeding up approvals to build mines, diversifying our trade, bringing opportunity, good jobs, and growth home. Because this province doesn't just sit back, we build. That's how we protect Ontario.
She scoops. She scores!
Nordica, my protein plan every day. Gemini, hand me a bigger trophy case.
You got it. The oak one. Oh, that's gonna need lights. How about the second one? Perfect.
And she's still undefeated. Olympic update time presented by Wegovy. Val Molte is having Nicole consider this one of her best events, or was she medal threat? I don't know. But she put down with the fastest time, just so smooth, so effortless. She's holding strong. She's in the gold medal position. Here comes Antoinette Brightmutt, the young. She won bronze in Beijing, one of the ones to beat. She follows it up with a terrific race here. Fast time goes to her, and it stays that way. Here's the pre-race favorites. Miho Takagi. She was in the final pairing in this one. She led, faded, ends up finishing sixth. So you know what that means? Oh yeah, Montaigne with the bronze. We're on the podium. Look at her reaction. She knows she has it. Fifth career Olympic medal, third at East Games alone. And there you have the confirmation. Montaigne gets the bronze, and Woodland gets the silver. Look at the moment. My goodness. 3 medals at these games so far. Incredible moment. Never gets old. Never gets old. Congrats, Val. Congrats.
Medal Celebrations on CBC is presented by VRP, powering Canadians to get movement.
Hockey, hockey, hockey. Canada allowed another goal, but they did get one back. It's 2-1 game after 2. Third period next. Stay with us.
Olympic update presented by Wegovy. Ask your doctor for Wegovy by name. Visit wegovy.ca for savings.
The biggest night in Canadian music with your host, May Martin, the 55th Annual Juno Awards, live March 29th at 8 on CBC.
On the Dragon's Den 2-part special,
I think we officially arrived.
the show's most successful pitchers return to the den.
7 minutes on Dragon's Den changed my life, and I want to do that for someone else.
Dragon's Den Full Circle, new episode February 26th.
Her particular skill set would be helpful to us.
She's a con artist. I need to get off that boat back to being a full-time detective. We need to stay out of prison. The best way we do that is to keep our heads down and do as we're told.
Wild Cards. Stream now.
All right, guys, listen up. We need to come together. In this moment, we're a team. Look around this room. This is your family with glittery red costumes and robust dental plan. Family stays together. Family also works together. You, lady who puts up too many flags on her front lawn, keep doing it. Okay. Both of you, coffee, hot and ready for those 4 a.m. games.
Blood type double.
So is mine. And you keep that connection top order.
You got it.
Shovel guy, you finish clearing off that driveway before your friends come over. Okay, coach. And you, Dad Vinci, paint me a face that strikes fear to the hearts of our opponents. Yeah, because we are one step ahead of everyone else. Under your breath. Hey, coach. You see, he is literally 2 years ahead of everyone else. So what do we say? Exactly. Because we are stronger together. Yeah, together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Play it like the Professional Women's Hockey League. Home of the fastest, the fiercest, the best. From every day of the week to every 4 years. This is the game that asks us to be more, not less. More united, more fearless, more us. This is the PWHL. Play it big.
Do the bear cat. Yeah. Do the bear cat. Give it up.
What's for lunch? Great, you have eggs.
You have eggs. You have lunch.
Delivery of the game presented by Instacart, the winning way to get groceries delivered. Sam Reinhart had the cup-clinching goal 2 seasons ago, Game 7 against the Oilers. He has 4 goals in that cup-clinching game for 7 since last season. The big goal for Canada in the second to bring the deficit back to 1. So all of those things considered in the last 2 years, who would have thought a Reinhart goal would have lifted such joy from the McDavid family? Watch on here cheering on Team Canada. International hockey throws everything else to the side. Canada must throw everything else to the side for the previous 2 periods, trailing by a goal. The gold medal game on the line. Chris.
1-year anniversary of the Four Nations final. Team Canada trailed the United States 2-1 in that game. The tie and win in overtime. Sam Bennett got the tie goal. And he will face off to start the third period. Mike, we haven't had a strength goal this game. Each defender power play goals, that short-handed goal by Aaron Collins, the difference so far. Down inside the Finnish blue line. It's on Lundell along with Lister. Almost there for the Finns. Fired around where Harley looks forward for Team Canada. Marchand, Dennis, Wilson. They're sticking with celebrating McKinnon and McDavid. Here comes Thomas Harley in. Working wide. Round to the far side for Marchand. Try and center that. Hit a skate, went by in the air. And sent back out by Ristolainen. Second line comes out. It's Suzuki, Marner, and Stone. Suzuki stumbled in the corner. Stone finds it. Back to Dave. Hit shot. Fronted by Lindell. And now lead feed. Here's Rupe hits over the line with Brandlin. That goes off Dave, line of the net. The car ties up hits. Stone trying to come away with the puck, but it's Brandlin. Back for Hastenin. And McCarr now up the boards. Carolina was there for Finland. Carl's going to try one more time. The other side, it goes Suzuki off the boards and out to center. Almost jumping before the change started. Until he was anxious to get out there. And now Yogi Haru ahead. Deflected off the stick, deflected it. There's a Aho after. It'll come around, and here's a break. Celebrating McDavid. Catching up on the play. It's McKinnon. He can't guard through. Celebrating plays behind the net. He had 6 shots in 2 periods and leads Team Canada in just about every offensive category. Chipped anyway, and Lekanen just missed. Don't want to give Arturi Lekanen with his history of big game goals, and he looks like that. And McKinnon cuts inside. McDavid blocks possession of the puck. Ristolainen along the board. Sarvia hit by Celebrity, but worked ahead by Kimi Rutta. Downey back in his own zone. Right to the boards. Almost there. McDavid tried it loose. And now Harley. Celebrity. McDavid's gone to the bench, and Celebrity will too after dumping it in. Another format on the forecheck. And it's playing back inside the Team Canada line. Format with Hagel and Jarvis. Stolen here by Flacco. Sends it across the goalie. Team Canada net. A chance here, and that could fly. Barrow Hastenin. Off the stick of Harley. Flacco there with the good look. Dave trying to work it loose. Hagel along the boards. Tied up, and Harley worked it loose. Then Jarvis stumbles. Hagel working ahead. Here's Horvat.
One goal retired.
Back to Jarvis. Far for him. Then Jarvis is in. Back it goes to Card. Check by Aho. Card gets it back. And behind the net it goes. Hagel battling. Puck and skates. And Lindell finds it. And Lindell, oh, that's strength. Sanheim, a piggyback ride, could not knock him off the puck. He played over 25 minutes in the quarterfinal against Switzerland, and you can expect heavy minutes for Lindell and Heiskanen down the stretch here. Grab it goes. That's gifted by Dowdy. Kick back to Theodore. That went wide. Side of the net, Suzuki. Stone going after it. Now it's Carter. Here's Vince Carter. Hurling. Zone and handing it off. Stone. Art Stone. Block the line. And across. Theodore fakes. Couldn't get it to the net. That was broken up by Aho. So difficult to get pucks through Wiggy to UC Saros. Here comes McKinnon. David winds it up. Swings wide. Gets his way in. Fires that to the leg. David gets the back. Gives it back. Celebrating with the shot right on. There's the seventh shot for the 19-year-old. Looking for an equalizer. You don't like his accuracy on that attempt. Good high roll. Exchange with McDavid. When he winds up, if he gets it with a gap, it is the zone entry no matter what happens. After perhaps the fourth stage, start thinking about Dominican and Canada. They can't afford any goals against the way Finland is defending at this point. McKinnon snapping that face-off went back. The car shot gets the traffic in front. The teams will go back to get it. Double the shots on goal so far, 23-11. Celebrini. Wrapped it around, Sarvis unable to stop that. Maybe a chance here, McKinnon. And he looks for James and it hit the leg. Shoot that thing underneath McKinnon. Take the far post if you can. Just so hard to make those passes in tight with all the bodies and sticks back in front of the net. Back in they come. Wilson to pass. Marchand in. Off his stick. He should have held the stick. Knocked into his hands on that contact. And then Liddell's in. And then Liddell can't finish it. Big stop there. Keeping it open for the game. Wilson back. With Marchand. Open the line. Wilson gets to the net. And a separate pass for Bennett doesn't work. And we're opening it up on both sides. Sanheim has the puck. Past 6 minutes in the third. Stumbling Marchand didn't get it deep. Cookie Haryu comes back. Gets that in behind the net there. Beat it after it. Wilson runs over. Giver runs it. Away goes Hagel. Hagel with three. Fits back. Hagel. The backhand short side. Sarah holds on to that. An offensive zone face off at the other end. A clutch stop by Binnington off Liddell.
They put it on my McNugget too.
We put it on your McCrispy.
They even put it on my McMuffin.
Yeah, they put that on everything. The Frank's Red Hot menu, only at McDonald's for a limited time.
The BetRivers app welcomes online casino players to an all-inclusive betting app that got you covered.
Hi! When you win, you get paid! Fast!
BetRivers, welcome to your online casino!
Every winter, the birds fly south. Not all of them. Just the ones who can't handle it. The days getting shorter. Wind getting meaner. The sun might not come. Because chasing warmth is natural. For some. For others, they were born to chase something else.
Well, Chris mentioned Arturi Lehkonen, known as a big game goal scorer. Twice in his career, he has scored an overtime goal to send his team to the Stanley Cup final. First with Montreal, then Colorado the next year. And in the quarterfinals, it was Lehkonen in overtime after the furious comeback that knocked off Switzerland to book their second here. Sebastian Aho says he's long admired all the skills that Lehkonen has in this game, but of course, the ability to deliver when it really matters as well. As Canada will try to not allow Lehkonen to have any say in the outcome of this semifinal, Chris. Good goals in the last two. What else is new? A big goal from Arturi Lehkonen to get to this game. So Mike, we played 6.5 minutes in the third. There were 3 shots on goal. Canada, that Lundell chance for Finland. McKinnon winning another draw. A car at the line. Around behind the net, McKinnon goes after it. Kristalainen trying to get away from McKinnon to McDavid. The tough pass. It saves across. Hit the car. Working against Lexington. Sending it in front. Off Soros. And back the other way of the fence. Looking it ahead. Dave's going to stick with that. Up down by Silverini. Looking to McDavid. Chopped off his stick by Rantanen. Can't get it wound up here against the stingy Bills. Aho works in. Changing behind him. Comes to the near side for Silverini. Send it to the line, but Haston is there. Back into the corner for Dave. Sanheim around. Here's Hagel. Silverini's still out. Now he'll turn back and finish the change. Off the board, Torbeck with Hagel. With Hagel. Theodore. Moving that traffic in front. Sanheim moves up. Up there by Granlund. Reinhardt able to knock it off the stick of Harold Biden. Torbeck fencing with Lundell. Hagel after the end. Reinhardt throws that up. Sanheim sends it in. Here's Torbeck. Trying to put Finland into the grinder. It'll be Theodore at the line. Harold Biden on him with a glove stop. And Soros comes up to catch that.
Not bad for Canada. Before zone time to wear down Finland. Back to Sellery, you mentioned that one with 7 shots on net. So dangerous in front. Can't quite corral that with the attention that he's getting from everyone on Finland. And part of the conversation for Canada is if you're going to have the puck in the offensive zone, even if you're not generating chances, you can try to tax the defense and draw a penalty. And that's part of the game plan when you're on territorial advantage but having a hard time getting grade A chances. Draw a penalty in the power play back on the ice.
Nick Suzuki tied it 2 days ago at 16:33 in the third. Back up there with Stone and Warner. Off the draw. Taco had it. Warner able to disrupt the clearing and hit. It's Verlainen off the boards, and now they're going to roll back into the deep Canada zone. Thomas Harley, the Vaughn King will lead them up. Overhead it goes. Big play here. Suzuki's in. Warner shoots. Rebound off the throw. Back to play for Suzuki. So a rush chance there for Team Canada. Warner lost it to Taco. Taco working in. And center wide. Harley up off the feet. Suzuki. Not up. Back to now. Harley will take over.
11 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Really good to win this face-off. You have a entire group of defenders. Take advantage. Play. Trying to get Hayes on the back door.
be the hero here and getting a chance in like
Taxes was feeling trapped. Now Taxes is filing from anywhere with the support of a trusted Canadian TurboTax expert. So you can do your taxes whenever, wherever. And today, that just might be for Ben. That's more like it. Now this is Taxes. Into TurboTax.
RBC Trading Room. Shifting, shaping, and sparking potential in over 20,000 Canadian assets. That's how power comes to performance.
Still to come tonight from Santa Julia, the other semifinal in this men's tournament, the favored Team USA against the plucky darling Team Slovakia. 3:10 Eastern, 12:10 Pacific on Sportsnet, and CBC Gem is where it will start. John Cooper continuing to provide positive messaging to his players. Connor McDavid admitted at some point in that Czechia game, the whole tournament flashed before his eyes. We are starting to enter that territory again. Less than 10 minutes to go in the third, and Canada trailing by a goal, Chris.
and Canada needing a hero right now.
A lot of guys out there who've had the big moments in the NHL, in the Four Nations, need one here.
That's 10-4 now in the third. Bennett, Marchand, and his stick. Wilson poised at the top of the circle. Theodore Sanheim. And off the draw, it's one back. Here's Shea Theodore. Across Sanheim. Great on. Byron Wilson is in there. Marchand kicks it out Wilson. And Wilson firing. That doesn't get through. Theodore gives it back. Wilson tries to send it across. Look at the side.
Yeah. Tie game, 2-2. Oh my God. Playing Marshall was off the career.
Finland was trying to defend, and eventually Canada got a couple bounces there. Shots that were blocked, that bounced back to Canada. And the last one eventually kicks over right here from Sanheim to Theodore on a spear. He put it right in the wheelhouse. And that line, Bennett, Marchand, Wilson, all over the front of that. Great area stuff around the crease. Ends up with the puck behind you, Sorrows.
Well, the car was on the ice. It's either Wilson or maybe Bennett. The confusion there on the assist. None of that matters right now. If you worry about that, here's the shot.
It's time.
The rowdiest Canadian crowd we've had so far in the tournament. Jay Theodore, all the lefties on the bench, that's an advantage. That one time he's on his offside, crept in because of all the traffic, and was basically off the circle for a one-timer. But that's working better.
And Wilson now will lead the assist on the goal. Looks like the period.
Pretty bad. Get back in.
And it's going to keep playing smartly and be over-aggressive, give up a quick 2-on-1 out of nothing, because Finland has basically been parking the bus for the better part of 35 minutes.
Liddell shot that was knocked down in front. The University 2 days ago helped hold the nerves a little bit. Shot to the net after an offside ball.
Yeah, you can say that. I'm not going to act like it's not nervy down here when they're trailing 2-1 with 9 minutes left. The time ticking away quickly on the clock, it seems.
Not full panic mode, though.
Not yet.
You can tell me what it's different now.
I mean, I was around the bench. It felt pretty tense, but found a way again a little earlier, and now it's time to keep pushing those. Gotta get them before overtime.
All of a sudden, 31-14. Visuals looking for shots on the reach of celebrating. And quickly will skitter that down the ice. It is icing. But their face-off in the finish zone.
That could have just been an area pass instead of a tape-to-taper. Connor McDavid jumps on the loose puck. He's going to try to snap it. He just lays it out there. And Celebrini can walk in and shovel us one to the far side. But it's a little too hot off the tip of the stick of Celebrini.
Now Mike Canada's been better in the third period. In the face-off, they won 8-11.
Hopefully not the chase at the start.
And this one, McDavid almost a winger win, but Finland gets it out. Carolina from the red line shoots it into deep Canada ice. Neil McCarr tied up there by Granlund. Goes loose for Celebrini, lost it, and a big stop pinnacle off Sebastian Aho. Around it comes to the other side. And it stays to the outlet and McKinnon to the gallop. Here's Nathan McKinnon trying to charge in. Here's McDavid up along the north by Ristolainen. McDavid again. McKinnon in front. Celebrini get it by. Up in Charlie, played past him. By Aho and out.
Celebrini just can't get a clean pass. They're all in his skates. All out of his reach.
Now that pass intended for Celebrini too far. He'll peel back and slap the board before the end.
Big thing for the fourth player of the bench.
Not quite where he wanted that puck a couple of times on that last shift. The pile up there, play called. He gets the field to go back with
When pain shows up, Tylenol is on your team. It's like Nathan McKinnon having your back, even when your back doesn't have your back. Tylenol Extra Strength, your pain relief MVP.
The story is out there. Can you feel it? Plan your visit with Parks Canada.
Canadian fans reveling in the comeback here. Got the back on even terms. As we mentioned, waiting like Canada fans were waiting for the double round. You know what? It's up to us, but maybe they planned their trips over here for the final weekend. They're out full force now. And John Cooper had to tell his team early on with opposing fans being outnumbering us and they had to embrace the silence. Here's McCarr right on in six. Spiral. Another face off in the center zone. They're not going to embrace any silence here in this one. So this is a set rotation. McCarr drags it, kicks it to McDavid, Hayes activates, and it stays. Almost getting a tip on that one. Carolina's not used to covering a defenseman down there. Little rotation off a face-off play. Switch the draw, Finn's clear. It's code red every time this line's out. McDavid celebrating. The liner with the strong defensive play to take it away from McDavid. Spun in by Granlund. Carolina. Get it back to McCarr. After McDavid center. Celebrini's on the move. He'll turn inside the line. Wait for help. McKinnon's there. Get behind the net. Centering pass. Celebrini was tied up in front. That comes to the line. McDavid for Harley. Quick change. Harley comes back in. Celebrini's still there. It's deep and it gets by Harley, but Mark Stone takes over. Ready to go back to school. In the middle. Little spin. The fighter off the bench.
Nice.
Suzuki. Play on. Block Suzuki just get body checker down. That's a pretty good lineup. From the end of the game. Sort of follow through to sort of get tied up. Martin looked like he was ready to be a hero for a second straight game. But they're flying off the bench. Late for Celebrini, and he's walking in. He's got the hands and the lateral movement to start dancing. Walks, back it in, takes it to his forehand. No, so just get a toe on it. Another 3 inches up, and this one's going the back of the net. Oh, it's so close. Pretty good battle by Haskin with a stick on the ice. Right, good call. Haskin knocking Suzuki down and preventing a rebound chance. Surprised at all we've seen as much of this Bennett, Wilson, Marchand line. I mean, they've earned it, but I don't know if anybody expected they'd get such a regular turn. No, but you go with what's working. And if you're working, this is Brad Marchand's best game by a country mile in the tournament. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised that he got down the wire. Sam Bennett also, after a tough penalty early, has been good. David gets the puck in the offensive zone. That's what Canada's looking for. You know, that family are very emotive when they watch the game, which is great. The games for Marchand in the tournament, both of these Kakia played just over 10 minutes so far in this game. Late important role, but here's the face-off win for the fifth. Under 4 minutes to go, and that'll get absorbed by Jordan Bennington. Almost in next full wins territory. How quickly they face off the defense on the right side. They put out McKinnon. Face off the defense zone on the left side. They're going with Bennett. The strongest guys. It's important moves. That moves to restart for Finland later in this game.
That's not offside. That's not offside.
Bob Wilson was looking at Miller. Quick ball that put a chance called by Alfred Henry of Denmark. Canada would like to have a word.
What do you do about it now? The fact that he's a non-NHL lineman probably doesn't help the case.
Started to play that. Had a good time goal years ago.
Oh, welcome in. Just watching the game. It's 2-2 right now. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. Yeah, 3-2. Go. Yes, Abby, sorry. My cat's meowing at me. What's going on?
Yeah, I've had no traction on the sub department this morning, this afternoon. So you probably are still ahead. That's weird though. It was like yesterday for my afternoon stream, it was like crazy busy. My evening stream wasn't.
Honest. Oh, I just went by him over his shoulder. Ah. They're gonna challenge it? For what? The offside?
What's the plan, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, so you got way more watch hours banked than I do currently. Well, like, at least of what we have visible. So I think I'm at 100. I'll double check after I drop this off. Yeah, that's true, right?
Oh my god, don't tell me. Puck is over and he's on the line, isn't he? Yeah. He's fine. He's onside. Yeah. Oh, what?
That's all, bro, the one they're showing. That means that's a penalty.
Is that?
Is there a penalty? Wait, is it McDavid that's offside? What's happening?
Jesus.
Is it McDavid that's offside?
Why would it be a penalty?
Come on! Not like this!
It's a goal. Yes.
Let's go! Get out of here! That's it. Holy fuck. That was close. Yo, dude, that was literally by a sack there. I don't think that could have been an extra 0.1 second. Like, that's frame by frame onside. Is that a penalty in the Olympics or no? Wait, is there a penalty or no?
Let's go. I think we get power play.
Is it penalty? Oh, GG.
Well, that's what you get when you sit in front of your net for 2 periods. I gotta be honest with you. No, it wasn't. Fuck off. We all saw the same replay, dude. What are you
Cannon
talking
for
about?
McDavid and celebrating.
Oh my God, what a game, bro. We just need USA to win. Nope, you're ridiculous. You're just being a hater, which is fine. You can be a hater. That's the great thing about sports. Don't be fucking silly. All right. You would get calls, like you would get challenge calls just because. Holy Christ, man. I literally won't be able to watch the USA Canada game. Come on, just need USA now. All right, American brethren, do your job. Just do your job. You're a fucking minus 800 favorite. For the love of God, do your job. Actually, wait, there's still fucking 20 seconds. And McKinnon hasn't won a draw all game. And finally, no.
Let's go. 11 seconds.
Let's go!
No! What's the point? I'm not going to be able to score.
We're good. Yeah, spell ya. Spell ya. All right. Now it's time for the U.S. All right, U.S. Americans, do your job, please, for the love of God. I beg, don't let some fucking miracle Slovakian nonsense happen. I apologize to the European viewers, but that would be an absolute travesty for one of the greatest hockey viewing experiences. What?
How did they get 1.3 seconds?
No way. Come on. How the fuck would it have been that much? The problem is when they do shit like this, the second that it hits the glove, but like you can give a second or two to play the puck.
Drop on the puck. Yes, it's over. How are you doing? We won, Abby. We won. We had to come back to win that game, too.
That was legit bullshit hockey for 2 full periods. Like, that was literally the worst hockey to watch for 2 full periods because the second they got a 2-0 lead, they said, no more anything. Why would you take Bear out so away? He stopped the breakaway for 1-0. The entire reason the Jets was because of him. Are we good? The bitter hate needs to end. You're just a crazy Canadian buying into the Canadian game. It's absurd. I don't know what the dude has to do. Because he's a fucking nutcase, he's just awful. You know what I mean? Like,
Anyone's wondering, listening to a guy named Sleeves. He's a Twitch streamer. We'll see. Who's gonna win, USA or Slovakia? Is that on yet? I think that's on later. Why didn't it show it? What time is Slovakia US game?
oh, dude. I'm way more scared of Hellebuck than Benner showing up. Wait, you're scared of Hellebuck showing up, right? That's what you mean? Gotta be honest with you, he's the greatest goaltender in the world right now. Hasn't shown that he's the better goalie when it matters, though. Canada's our chickens. They literally have a fighting major in a tournament which you're not allowed to. You know?
Finland got up 2-0 and they were sitting back the rest of the game.
McKinnon is a girl. Like Marner, maybe. And even then, at least he's clutch. McKinnon,
Canada scored a goal-ahead goal with less than a minute, and then they challenged it, so they got a power play because it was just onside.
bashful now. Explain. Like the dude who, like the absolute biggest gamer there is. Yeah. Hey, I'm giving you a platform. Convince us. Convince myself and my fellow brethren that actually fucking want to talk. Oh, now we're not getting any response. Snake. Now, come on now. That wouldn't be very manly of you. Oh, here we go. All touch to the face. And he clinches his head for nothing and begs for power play. My brother, he got the shaft of a stick in the face. Good. It's me going to the fucking pool. Up. You can't clear your stick. It is not international rules. In any sort of big way, shape, or form. Rule 75B. That's a fucking penalty.
But give me 6 arrows had time to get back up and stabilize. You know, you're loyal to your guys. I'm loyal to mine. Greg Simpson texted from home and said Marchand may have gone into the cleats first. And internationally, that might have taken all off the hook. That's not what you said during the game. I looked at it again. I kind of thought it was empty too, and I thought that was maybe a miscount. But if they don't get it, I mean, we don't know. Goalie affairs usually clear. I don't think that one would have been clear.
Finnish people are crying because their team didn't even play most of the game.
Finland could sweep the zone.
Hey, Snake. Where's Dylan Cousins? Why didn't he go out on the ice yet for the second line? Big save. There we go. Good period. What's the period? I only saw taking a strong past my pride. I mean, you should still have pride, though. Like, they played a great game. Be proud of your country and what they did, right? Let's go, please. Huge fucking raid, yes. It was a fucking good game. It was a close one, but man, we pulled it off. Let's go, boys. So we got Big Mark, Kelly, Dad Hat, Datro, and Macho all coming in with the follows. Welcome on into the fourth line, boys. Appreciate you. RP as well getting in there. Let's go, boys. Gold medal down, baby. Let's go, boys. I really liked the game. It was a close one, but let's go, man. Oh, my God. We got a lot of follows here. Thank you guys so much for following us on into the fourth line. Running the girls' club. We're taking a break from that. We're playing some rank with a mixed team right now, so it's about half and half. Half HR, half the ladies. But we're 7-3-1 in champs, though, with them.
John Cooper as well there on that second goal. That Marchand line had a really effective line and really had sustained pressure. So he said with that offensive zone, I'm going to leave these guys out there. And Theodore winds up getting it. You think about that as well. So you got to feel the guts of the game, if you will.
Start to get some reactions from the Canadian players. Kyle Bacostas with the captain today, Connor McDavid.
Connor, it's clear you guys have the heart to deal with these moments, but the stomach continue to deal with late game drama again.
We're putting our country through it. A lot of stressful moments for everyone back home, but you know what? It's been fun. Best on best, I'm going to keep on saying that. We're playing the best teams in the world, the best players in the world. They're going at it and giving everything they have. And the margins are raised now. Seeing that all the way through.
What did you like most about the body language and just reading off the other four guys going into that last goal?
Yeah, you know, it was obviously something we talk about a lot. It's something that we work on a lot. It's a big part of this tournament. It has been for us. We needed a big moment there, and we got one.
You know how much of a role Crosby played in your childhood? What did it mean for the world?
Yeah, hopefully just for you know, keeping the team on. You know, it's a special thing to represent the country. Like this.
You mentioned the whole country's going through it. Fun with, of course, the players here, but now you get to play for a gold medal.
Sadly, goes without him. All right, I'm probably gonna head out, do some deliveries. I'll be live on my gig channel. If you don't already sub to me.
Which is accurate, but the country's been dying to go through something like this for a long time, so I think Canada's more than ready for it. This was the best atmosphere for the Canadian crowd that we've seen so far, and just like the whole attitude changed, and the crowd was behind him and celebrating. I really thought Joel with 8 shots, 26 minutes. It was a little peripheral. We talked about the neutral zone, Cheryl and Cass, and when they started with the shot mentality, game over. And you know when they're playing, they played from behind the entire game. Probably, considering the opposition, the best in this game. They played with so much fuss about this only being a one-line team coming in. The balance through the lineup, we've had 4 different heroes over the last couple of games. Suzuki Larner in the last one, Theodore McKinnon in this one, and a bunch more. We send it back to them.
Well, James McKinnon drawing that penalty and then getting the go-ahead goal. Canada likes it, the bench likes it, he likes it, they're going off.
See that they were losing 2-0?
You know what, everyone's keeping an eye on this game.
Why did you say you were watching everything you said last time you checked?
I was 10 minutes into the third.
We're going to watch goal.
That's all I saw.
Won another bronze medal. I don't know. I think it was complicated.
I was over there. And they were fighting.
The Olympic Winter Games, the Lana Cortina 2026, are brought to you by Coca-Cola. Canada's moment. Join it in.
women were playing very good until they got the lead. And it was like once they got the lead, it was just like, we need to just hold on for dear life. When you serve for 40 minutes, like, eventually, like, you're going to get too long to serve like that. And they did have one.
New Rich Jersey Mix. A Rich Crackers caramel on the Dragon's Den 2-part special.
I think we officially arrived.
The show's most successful features return to the den.
7 minutes on Dragon's Den changed my life, and I want it.
Dragon's Den Full Circle. New episode February 26th.
Let the games begin.
Ooh, 902 for 22.2 kilometers.
The all-new, all-hybrid RAV4. Life's better the more we get together. At Marshall's, our buyers hustle 24/7. We never have to compromise on quality or price.
What they were intended.
We get the deal.
So we've got 5 done, 7 to go. The last couple should be good. Pumpkin seeds, I guess we'll take one more pass around. I'm thinking we're a no-go on those. I haven't seen any anywhere yet. $9, 22 kilometers. You should not take that. I don't think. Probably not a good investment. How much you got? We've got no pumpkin seeds whatsoever. So where is I don't know why. It's a little ridiculous. I don't know if so.
Playoff round in men's hockey has been everything and
$2 peak pay.
There are no pumpkin seeds available.
may as well happen. 35 seconds left on that man. Nathan McKinnon scored late in the power play against Canada. A comeback win over Finland. The final 3-2. They were playing for gold on Sunday morning against the winner of the United States and Slovakia. Brad Bates, Olympic daytime on the state 14. And how about this? Since NHLers returned to the Olympics in 1998, Canada had never come back from a 2-goal deficit. That's what they had to do today to punch their ticket to the final. We've got the second semifinal coming up for you here this afternoon on Sportsnet Olympic daytime. I mentioned the U.S. and Slovakia. The United States trying to get another shot at Canada. Lost the gold medal game in 2002, again in 2010 in Vancouver, and again at the Four Nations. So they want that fourth opportunity in recent history. And so we take a break from hockey and get you out to freestyle skiing, the men's half pipe with Canadian content, including Brendan McKay, who was the top qualifier. Seamus O'Connor has the call. As we get to the top, welcome from New Zealand, second Olympics for the 24-year-old who is 13 in Beijing, just getting out from those
Well, hopefully it'll be paid, but if you work
in
overtime,
the 2023
or
World
get some orders.
Championship. That Harrison is going to get the pace started for us under
If
the
they want
lights
three
here
things,
in a lot of
crazy. But they didn't that much.
Rod, number one for Ben.
These orders. Oh, Spark offer. $17. One drop off. If I could play some NHL. Phone in. Huh? Hey, what? Probably lose this game. Time, please. Sound good. Press X already. That's smart. Come on. Huh. Oh, shot. Let's go. First goal. Captain McDavid. Trying to do that. So, $1 added. That's over. And dash. Very busy. Go over to the south. See what happens. Only the first intermission. Reclimbs. What's going on? Oh, man.
They've been chasing the game, and the real reason why they're behind in this one, they haven't had any possession time. Yeah, James, he sealed the one post and then recognized that the shooter was going around the goal line and going to do the wraparound. He pushed across and made a brilliant save.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. The Flames lead this one 2-0. Push right to the crease. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net.
This is just a fantastic drive to the net here, James. I love his stick placement relative to his body position. That's a true competitor's save. Just when you think that he's completely out of it, James, he comes across with a desperation save to keep his team alive. Yeah, he made an incredible one, didn't he? And you got to embrace it when they're on their feet in support of you, because you know you hear boos often when you let a bad one in. So embrace it. You can tell that he's feeling it right now.
Moving into the attacking zone. Calgary's got him along the wall. Here's a short pass to Cronwall. Looking to make something happen at center. Shakes off the coverage. Oh, it's Stater! It's Stater! What a save!
Well, that's all Will, and this is going to elevate his team, no question about it, James. I mean, it was all but in, and then he comes from nowhere to make that save. Such an impressive save, James. I'd love to look at these ones again, because it's not just being in great position, it's being desperate. It's finding a way to get to the puck, keeping your eye on it at all times, tracking it, out-battling and out-willing everyone around you.
Stalls one possession. McAvoy's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Moves it to Stahl. Shakes the score. Big time save. Oh my goodness.
He got the window. This time it's all about the competitive will to get to that puck.
And Cheryl, listen to these fans here. They are getting loud. Some of them are getting on their feet here still, applauding that save we saw.
James, I think it's the appreciation for the desperation save, the compete, the will to keep that puck out of the net, and they're really showing him the love. Well, the emotion elevates after a save like that, James, and even on replay, it's happening again for me. I mean, that was absolutely unbelievable. Everyone's standing on their feet. They cannot believe that he made that save.
Past the midway mark in this period, and it's a comfortable 2-0 lead we're looking at right now. Here's a blast. Oh, and that's just on the side of the net.
Well, this is a product of the game being so fast, James.
Eat
Just
it
gets
up.
rid of it and fires it wide.
There's the whistle as the play was offside.
Let's have another look at that monster of a hit there, James. You got to love it. You have to have great timing, and you got to know when your opponent's vulnerable.
Some last-second communication with the D as centers get ready to drop the puck. The Oilers win the faceoff. Into the offensive zone. Moves it around along the half wall. There's another for the hit parade. Oh, he had that corner, but he picks it off the outside of the post.
The Oilers are trying to shrink their deficit in this game. They're playing aggressive in the offensive zone, and they just wire one off the post as they try and claw their way back in.
Shuts it down. Burrell's got the puck in his own zone. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by McKinnon. Takes off the defender with some nifty
He's
moves.
going.
Denied with the glove by Pavelka.
You don't make the save if you're not dialed in and
Go.
focused. That's exactly what he is. He's following the puck and just makes that save. It's incredible, really, because you got to be athletic to be able to react that quickly.
Sends it over to Solani. There's the buzzer, bringing period number 2 to a close.
What was Simon?
Welcome back, everyone. Both teams lined up at center ice, and we are ready to get this third period underway. And the puck is dropped, and we are underway here in the third. All right, Shirley, we've played 2 periods in this one. Give the fans at home your take on what you've seen.
The Oilers have had a ton of grade A scoring chances. They just haven't been able to stop the goaltender. They can't get frustrated. I really like their play. They just got to stick with the game plan and continue to attack.
Thank you very much. Play. Do so. Ready? Ooh, what a cron wall hit. Yeah. Jeez. Yes. What we got here? 760. Got to go that way anyways. I wonder if I should just take it. Yeah. And in the live, I'm going to be streaming on my other channel, Kelly77 _ capital C, capital G, capital L.